But like me and him like joke around, like shadow box and stuff.
Oh, and he's like going up to kids.
And so now he's going to kids, and he's like, me and my dad fight at home. I was like, no, don't say that. And the first thing she says, this was funny. She goes, we need a bigger house. I was like, you don't even live here. Like,
who's an artist that believed in you, like more than you believed in yourself when you first got here?
the guys that took me out on tour, Kip Moore took me out on 3 tours really helped me build a fan base. And, you know, Kip's fan base is crazy. Like, they're diehards. You know, but yeah, I would say that with Kip. Like, I learned a lot from Kip early on. I mean, before I had a record deal, he was taking me on tours.
So to pay it forward, like who would you say is next?
Golly, there's a bunch of talented cats in town. Vincent Mason's, I think, the real deal. Who else? I need to listen to more music. I'd say Vincent, man. I really dig what he's doing. Okay,
all right. Now let's get into the kid situation, man. You got a lot of kids now. 2025 is that's an odd year, which means you're having another baby.
Yeah.
If we gave you a truth serum, how are you feeling, man?
Oh man, I'm just so like whatever at this point. You know, it's like. Me and Kristen really weren't trying to have another kid. I know everybody always laughs at that, but like it was one of those things of like when she told me, I was like, whatever. You know, she told me the morning she told me she was going on a girls' trip. They were going out to, I think, Arizona, and she wakes up at like 4:45 to go to the airport. So when she comes in the room, I'm thinking she's just gonna say like, hey, I'm heading to the airport. I'll see you in a couple of days.
Dang, dropped the heater on you.
And woke up at 4:45. I had just got in off the road the day before. So, like, already tired, looking forward to, like, sleeping in. And at 4:45, she's like, I'm pregnant. And I was just like, is this a dream? Like,
how much different was that from the first one? The first one was probably like, oh my God, I'm pregnant. This one's like, boom, 4:45.
Yeah. The first one, really the first 3, because we were kind of like trying. So it's like when she tells you, like, oh, let's go. That's awesome. And this one, I'm just like, what are we going to do? Like, it was funny. We have our babysitter came over because I was up. I mean, after she told me that, I'm just like, what the, like, I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, and so my babysitter comes in like 7 o'clock. The kids are all still asleep, and she's like, "What are you doing up?" Because I mean, I'm usually like still out. And I was like, "We're having another kid." And the first thing she says, this was funny. She goes, "We need a bigger house." I was like, "You don't even live here. Like, this isn't your house." But we do need a bigger house.
What does it look like getting ready to go out nowadays for you guys? So it's like you like family, like, oh, let's go to the farmer's market. What's it like?
Minivan. We're approaching minivan status.
Ooh, what's holding you back?
To be honest with you, I think minivans are awesome.
Yeah.
Like the practicality of them is undeniable. I think my wife's the one holding. She's got the Suburban.
Oh.
But it's like harder to get the kids in and out of the Suburban.
So you want a minivan, but your wife is holding you back.
Yeah, I could do it. But I like never drive anyway. I'm never here. So like she's like, no, I have to drive it.
But it's still, you're labeled as a minivan dad if you get one. Just be prepared for that.
That's true.
In the songwriting rounds, it's going to be a little interesting.
Yeah.
I want to play a clip for you. I recently had Kane Brown in here, and he just became a boy dad as well. And listen to what he had to say.
Well, mine's 6 months, about to be 7 months, but it's not even. I think it's just a feeling. It's like I got a boy.
Yeah.
You know? It's not even. There's nothing that even can make you feel that way other than just having a son. You know, and I had 2 girls. It was like, oh, I'm gonna protect you and cherish you, and
right
now my son's 6 months old, and I'm just like, you're gonna be a fucking beast.
Yeah.
Like,
yes, exactly. Do you kind of feel that way?
Yeah, there's definitely a change in like the way I treat my daughter and the way I treat my boys.
Okay.
Like it's 100% a change in like toughness, you know. And a lot of that's just like, I think you're just raised the way you were. My dad was like that. But yeah, my daughter can get away with anything. And dude, my son, I'm not tough on him, but like, I just like, you know, I play rough with him. Like we box. I've actually got to stop this because he's like doing it at school. But like me and him like joke around, like shadow box and stuff.
Oh, and he's like going up to kids.
And so now he's going to kids and he's like, me and my dad fight at home. I was like, no, don't say that.
We're hanging out with Jordan Davis, man. I ain't saying, man. I ain't saying. That thing is going crazy, man.
Yeah.
Congratulations on getting it all the way up.
Thank you, man. That one's been a fun one. You know, a song, my first ever outside song that I cut as a single. But yeah, 3 buddies of mine wrote that, and when they played it for me, I was like, dang, are y'all sure I didn't write this? Like, it just feels like a song that I would write. But man, they crushed it, and it's been really cool to see it kind of catch fire.
How's that changed the landscape of your live show?
Oh man, I mean, anytime you can add a song like that to the set, you know, it's kind of. I feel like the first couple records, you're just like writing the best songs you can write, and you're not really thinking about, you know, a live performance never came into thinking about making a track list, you know. And then you kind of start to have more success and the shows get bigger, and you're like, all right, now I got to play for an hour and a half, close to 2 hours. You know, I can't play by dirt 6 times. I need something that's going to keep people fired up and moving. So it's always great to add a tempo to the live show.
As a writer, and I know sad songs are kind of bigger, easier to write.
Yeah.
How many sad songs are you sitting on right now that you have in your head, in your phone, done, ready to go?
Oh man, I don't know, not a ton. I mean, like my writing has been so kind of sparse over the last year and a half, 2 years, that when I wrote a song that I felt good about, we went and cut it, and it's probably going to be on this next album. But this was also a record. I wrote a lot of sad songs on this last album. So like, or not sad songs, I guess just like slow songs. So this one doesn't have as many slow songs on it. This next record is going to be pretty up-tempo.
You just toured Australia with Combs. What's something that people don't appreciate enough about Luke Combs as an entertainer?
I mean, you guy's a freak, dude. I mean, it's you know, I think the thing for me, which is, you know, Luke's been a buddy coming up on a while now, but man, that show is just, you forget how many songs the dude has. And he still doesn't even play some of them. But, man, that's just he's legit. He's a real deal.
And what's something underappreciated about him as a person that just people don't know or get to see?
Oh, man. I don't know. I mean, you know, I think for me, probably being a dad, you know, being able to see somebody that is a great dad like Combs is, and still be able to do it at such a high level. You know, it's what you see is what you get. That's what I told a lot of people over there when they'd ask about Luke. It's like, you know, I know that's one of his songs, but like, man, he's truly the same dude on stage that he is off stage. It's what you see is what you get with him. I love that dude to death.
Country music's changing very fast. What's acceptable now that wasn't like 10 or 20 years ago, would you say?
Nothing. I feel like now you like have to be more careful than... I feel like 10 or 20 years ago, those guys had it made.
Okay.
You didn't have any cell phones, or you at least didn't have any social media to track your whereabouts. Not that I'm like out there running.
Right.
But like, I think nowadays it's harder to get away with anything than it was 15, 20 years ago.